for joining me. So just in case any of you hopped on right now or you weren't paying attention to our little conversation there is no class next week. So it's the long weekend. I'm like, what is the holiday? It's the long weekend. So we will pick back up the following weekend, and the 7th, June 7th, will be our final class of this kind of semester. So I'm sure come September I'll be back. But like I said, check out the chat if you want to follow me there, and we can connect with further classes that I host here at home on other nights. So lovely. Let's get started. Make your way onto your back, as always. Okay, just taking a few moments to mindfully place every little piece of you onto your mat. And before you get too comfy, I just encourage you to have any supports, blankets, or blocks, a strap, anything that's going to help you move with more ease today. Okay, but when you arrive on your mat, just take in a couple big breaths. See if you can let any tension right now within you just slowly start to release little by little. And close your eyes if you haven't already. Just allowing yourself to drop inward. That doesn't mean that you may not hear sounds around you, or you may not feel a breeze on your skin if you have a window open, or smells from around your home. Those things might all be a part of your experience right now, but they're just not what we're going to bring our attention to. You can notice it and notice it for a moment or two, but then just gently guide your attention back to what's happening within you. How do you feel today as you pause kind of right in the middle of your day? How are you right now? How do you feel? How's your body? Are there any sensations in your body? Maybe you just want to focus on the breath for a few moments. Try not to be discouraged by the thoughts that come and distract you. Our mind is a thinker, that's what it does. This practice, this is why we practice. Continually gently guide it back, over and over and over again. And maybe, just maybe, we'll have a few moments in between the thoughts where we can just be right here in this moment. I'm going to share with you my quote for today. This one's by Thich Nhat Hanh. I'm sure there's at least a couple of you who have maybe heard that name before. And this is about all the different seeds that we have planted within us already. Your mind is like a piece of land planted with many different kinds of seeds. Seeds of joy, peace, mindfulness, understanding, and love. Seeds of craving, anger, fear, hate, forgetfulness. These wholesome and unwholesome seeds are always there, sleeping in the soil of your mind. The quality of your life depends on the seeds that you water. If you plant tomato seeds in your garden, tomatoes will grow. Just so, if you water a seed of peace in your mind, peace will grow. When the seeds of happiness in you are watered, you will become happy. When the seed of anger in you is watered, you will become angry. The seeds that are watered frequently are those that will grow strong. So today, as you set your intention, I'd love for you to choose which seed within you that you want to water. And what are you choosing today and tomorrow and maybe the rest of the week? Which seed within you are you going to choose to water? Just in case I have to leave, I will go. And take a couple full deep breaths here. I will stay if you dare. And then from here, if you're not already lying on your mat, you can make your way down onto your back. We're going to step both feet down onto the mat. Set them down nice and wide so they're about the width of your mat. And take your arms down by your sides, palms facing down. And then slowly allow the knees to windshield wiper back and forth, side to side. This house is quite the talker. Okay, no rush. Creaks and moans. And the photographs know I'm alive. They just laugh. Okay, then come up through center. You're going to heel toe your feet so they're about hips distance apart. You're going to slide your palms down so the fingertips reach towards the heels. If they touch, you can walk your heels out about an inch or so. We're going to slowly start to tuck the tailbone under and then begin to lift the hips. Okay, lift about just halfway the first time and then slowly lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. Then with each rise up, lift a little higher. Okay, just moving up and down at your pace. Find strength in moving nice and slow. Squeezing at the top and resting at the bottom for just a moment. Okay, paying attention to your spine as you lift and lower. One vertebrae at a time, both ways. As your hips rest onto your mat, give them a little moment here. Keep them flat on the mat. Take a moment here to stretch your arms up overhead. Reach from side to side. And then again, when you're ready, place your palms back down by your sides. This time we're going to lift the hips nice and slow. We're going to find the peak. And we're going to hold here. Okay, this time option to interlace the fingers. Drawing the shoulder blades a little closer toward one another. Seeing if you can press into the heels, lift a little higher, squeeze your glutes. Keep breathing. Place the palms back down, one vertebrae at a time, lower the hips. Nicely done. Okay, step the right knee over the left knee. And then just hug them in towards your chest. You can rock from side to side. And kind of make circles with the knees. And also explore with drawing the feet apart from each other. Whatever feels good, do that.
I got a plan to get us out of here. Been working at the convenience store. Managed to save just a little bit of money. Won't have to drive too far. Just across the border and into the city. You and I can both get jobs. Finally see what it means to be living.
Okay, when you're ready, extend your legs up towards the ceiling. You can take your hands behind your knees. Pull the toes to the shins. Straighten the legs as much as you can. And then bend the knees, let the heels drop. Hug them into your chest, and then again, extend, reach up, straighten the legs. And then let the heels drop. Just go back and forth like that.
Fast enough so we can fly away. We gotta make a decision. Leave the night, live or die this way. Still remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast, felt like I was drunk. City lights lit up.
When you're ready, set the right foot down onto your mat. Cross the left knee over your right this time. And then again, draw them into your chest. And just play around here.
You got a fast car. We go cruising, entertain ourselves. You still ain't got a job. Working market, let's check out, girl. I know things will get better. You'll find work and I'll get promoted. We'll move it to the shelter. Buy a bigger house and live in the suburbs.
This time as we release, hug the left knee into your chest and extend the right leg all the way up. You make some circles with your foot. Switch direction. Okay, then gently guide this right leg open to the right, maybe an inch or two, maybe a little further. Okay, then draw it back up through center, toes towards the shin, and we're going to lower that right leg all the way down. Feel your core start to engage. As it rests, feeling free to have a nice bend in that knee or actively reach the heel away from you to deepen the stretch. From here, pull the other knee across your body, gentle twist. Extend the left arm off to the side, look over the shoulder. We're going to hold here for a few nice deep breaths. I'm selfishly soaking this one up. We've been painting and cleaning around the house. If you can't tell, this area, this space that I'm in is a bit of a disaster. But I will say, our bed was here about an hour ago, so it's a little less cramped in here, believe it or not. Okay, draw this knee back in through center. From here, take your hands behind the knee. And again, just explore with straightening it up. And then again, pulling the knee into your chest. Back and forth. I'm getting off easy hanging out with you guys right now. My boyfriend's in there still painting away, so I'm gonna soak this nice stretch up. When you're ready, allow the heel to just drop. Give your knee one more squeeze. And we're going to draw the right knee in to meet your left. Okay, you can rock a little from side to side. Then we'll switch, taking the hands around the right knee, extend the left leg up. Create some circles one way. And then switch direction. Okay, slowly start to guide this leg open to the left. Again, it doesn't need to be far. Just Open the hip a little.
They came down from the mountains, and they'd been tripping through the land, and they walked down the street.
Come back up through center. Toes towards the shin. Slowly start to drop the leg all the way down. And again, as it eventually rests on your mat, you can have a nice bend in the knee if you need, or actively press that heel away as you draw the right knee in, and then guide it across your body. Again, gentle twist, gaze over the right shoulder, taking some nice deep breaths. Again, come back through center. This is where we'll take the hands beneath the knee and just explore with straightening, getting into the hamstring, and then again, slowly hug the knee in as you drop the heel. Go back and forth. Okay, check in with the shoulders here if they're riding up towards your ears. Create some space there. As you hug the knee in, this time give it one more squeeze, and then allow the left knee to meet the right. Okay, create some circles, keeping the knees together. Switch direction if you haven't already.
This one's for the ocean, 'cause it sings us to sleep.
Okay, when you're ready, set both feet down. Stretch your arms up overhead. And you're just going to roll yourself onto your side and then come all the way right onto your belly.
This one's for the ocean.
Okay, you're going to take your hands out to the sides at about your shoulder height. Stack the elbows above the wrists. You can even come onto the fingertips if you'd like. And you're just going to kind of go back and forth. You're going to drop, just going to turn here so you can see. Drop one shoulder at a time. Okay, so as I drop the left shoulder, I look over towards the right. Inhale through center. Exhale the other way. Again, find a nice pace, a nice flow back and forth. Okay, find the balance between right and left. Then come through center. You're going to rest your cheek onto your mat. Extend the left arm out to the side. You're going to press into your mat with your right hand. Just gently roll over that shoulder. Okay? If you need to grab a blanket to pad your head, you can, or just let it rest on your mat. If it's available, you might want to set the right foot down behind you. Just a couple breaths here. Okay. Bring the hips and chest back down, and we're just going to switch. Extend the right arm out. Gently press in with your left hand. Roll over the shoulder. Let the head rest however you can. Option to step that left foot down behind if you need to. One more deep breath here. We're going to square the hips and the chest. Bring your palms by your rib cage, and you're going to press yourself back to a child's pose. Okay, stretch the arms out ahead of you. Reaching the palms as far out in front of you as you can.
That I'm lonesome, uprooted, crippled, burned down, sawn into pieces, dying tree.
When you're ready, lift the hips. You can start to bring the weight towards the palms. You're going to cross the right hand behind the left. And then you're going to again sink the hips. Take a child's pose. Okay, you're going to feel a nice stretch in the right side of your body. Okay, start to lift the hips. Plant the right palm and again sink back. Taking some nice deep belly breaths while you're here. Start to again lift the hips. This time you're going to cross that left hand behind the right. And again, as you shift the hips back, you'll feel the stretch in the left side body. Start to lift the hips, come into a tabletop. Start to move through a few cat-cow here. Find your breath. And you're going to come to a neutral spine when you're ready. We're going to step the right foot between the hands. And we're going to rise up. Okay, so we've got a nice short stance, almost like true 90 degrees here. Okay, let the right forearm just rest here. You're going to take that left arm, reach it across your body. Gently twisting to your right. If you need to, this is a nice time where you might want to grab a blanket or roll your mat over once for the rooted knee. If you feel this in your low back at all, I want you to really tuck your tailbone under here. Okay, you're going to feel a nice stretch across the front left hip. Okay, draw the elbow in, come through center. Reach up. And then gently lean to the right. You're going to flow through that a couple more times, a little quicker. Draw the elbow in by your side. Straighten up. Reach it across. Then back through center. Up and over. Find your flow with your pace, back and forth. If one is feeling a little better, you can hold there a little longer, or just keep actively moving. Seeing if maybe you're able to twist or reach a little further the longer you hold here. Okay, again, find the balance. Then as you come through center, we're going to plant both hands down, the the inside of your front foot. Keep that right knee hugging in towards your shoulder and just stay here. Okay, soften the chest as much as you can. You can sort of shift from side to side or create some circles. Press into your palms, and you're going to step the right knee back. Okay, you can remove the blanket or pad both knees if you need. I want you to walk your palms out ahead a couple of inches. You're going to shift the weight forward, and then you're just going to slowly drop your hips from right to left. Okay, you're going to want to engage your core here, so we're not dropping into the low back. Each time you pull yourself up, use your core. Okay, one more time each side. Okay, come through center, tuck the toes under. Face the hips towards the heels. You can sit your bottom right onto your heels, feel free. If you want to rise up, feel free. We're just going to roll the wrists out, nice and slow. Switch direction. And then we're going to draw the palms together, interlace the fingers, and just gently create some figure eights here. Okay, if you've got a lot of tension building in your feet, either breathe through it or give them a little break, tap the tops of your feet down, and then come back in when you are ready. Switch direction of your figure eights if you can. Are you holding tension in your shoulders? Let it drop. Okay, when you're ready, release, plant the palms, untuck the toes. If you need to, pad the right knee. We're going to step the left foot through this time and rise up. Okay, same thing on this side. Let the left arm kind of just drop. We're going to reach this right arm across, gently twisting. Okay, again, to deepen the stretch, really tuck your tail here. You're going to feel it in the front right hip. We'll hold here for a couple extra breaths. And then we'll come back to the center. Reach up and then lean to your left. You draw the elbow back in and again start to find your flow back and forth. You might notice one side of the body feels a little better than the other. The side actually feels a little looser for me. Again, find the balance here. And come through center. And when you're ready, plant both palms down. Okay, soften the chest just as much as you can. And feel free to explore here, maybe creating some circles, shifting the weight from side to side or front to back. Keep this left knee drawing in towards the left shoulder. When you are ready, press into your palms. You're going to step that left knee back. Feel free to remove the pad. We're going to meet in a downward dog. Okay, tuck your toes, lift the hips, pedal the feet out. Okay, lift up onto the balls of your feet. Then slowly lower the heels. 2 more times, lift. And slowly lower. 1 more time, rise. Lower. And take your gaze forward. Step your feet to the front of your mat. Round forward. Walk your hands from side to side. Allow your head to just hang. Play around here for a few breaths.
With these things I do, you see I've forgotten they're green or they're blue. Anyway, the thing is, what I really mean.
When you're ready, come through center. Slowly uncurl, chin to chest. As you get to the top, roll your shoulders up and down a couple of times.
It may be quite simple, but now that it's done.
Okay, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Open your palms facing forward. Stand tall. You're going to reach up with your left hand. And as you step the left foot behind, you're going to reach up and over.
If I was a sculptor,
just take your gaze down to your foot.
Or a girl who makes potions in a traveling show.
As you come through center, we're going to draw that left knee in towards the chest. You can have your hands beneath your thigh. Maybe draw the knee up a little higher. Flex the foot. And stand tall, stand strong. Is your core strong? Check in with your shoulders if they're riding up. Create space. Okay, slowly release. We're going to hinge at the hips. Kick that foot out behind. Core is still strong. Hips are square.
And you can tell everybody.
And bend into the front knee as you step that left foot down. Reach up here. On your exhale, forward fold.
I hope you don't mind.
Okay, this is where if you need blocks or supports, or maybe just to bend your front knee to get your fingertips to the mat, make your way there.
How wonderful life is. Now you're in the world.
Okay, when your fingertips or palms touch your mat, see if you can actively start to imagine straightening that front leg.
I notice you and you're noticing me. Breaking the habit, you're watching me sleep. Oh, give me some time, let me learn how to speak.
From here, root into your feet. You're going to take your hands to your low back, chin to chest, uncurl. As you get to the top, roll your shoulders up and down. Pivot your feet so they become parallel. And then just gently allow your head to roll mindfully from side to side. Bring your head through center. Pivot your way back to the front of your mat. Press into your mat with that left foot. Drag the foot forward. Palms are open. Okay, this time you're going to reach up with the right hand, and as you step back with the right foot, reach up and over. Let your gaze run off of the left fingertips. And then as you come through center, we're going to pick up the right foot. Okay, hovering it just above your mat. Maybe seeing if you can draw it a little higher. Foot is flexed. And then slowly start to hinge at the hips. Kick that foot out behind you. And take your arms out to the sides for balance if you need. Then slowly step the right foot down. Inhale to reach up. And on your exhale again, round forward. Whatever you need to get your fingertips or palms to the mat, go ahead and use that. You're going to root into your feet. Again, hands on your low back, uncurl. Pivot your feet so they're parallel. Drop the shoulders and then again roll your head from side to side. Pivot yourself back to the front of your mat. We're going to press into the mat with the back foot. Drag the toes forward. Inhale here to reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway to lengthen. Exhale, plant your palms. Step yourself back to a downward dog. Again, take a few breaths here, okay? Pedal your feet out. Soften the knees down to your mat. Make your way onto your bottom. You're going to take the feet wide. And just like at the beginning of practice, we're going to do a few windshield wipers back and forth. Getting both inward and upward. And now this time as your knees drop over to the left, I want you to roll right onto that left hip. Square the chest, open the knee. If this is good, doing a nice stretch, just sit up nice and tall, nice breaths here. You want to take it a little further. You need some deeper stretch. Start to round forward. And if you want to throw in a little shoulder stretch as well, you can thread the right arm underneath and then lower the chest. Into your mat with your left hand or your forearm. You're going to reach up with the right hand and thread reach it to the left, and then open it back up. Find this flow again at your own pace, opening and then threading beneath you. Unthread this time, press yourself all the way up. Plant your left palm behind you. Take that right arm, reach it up. Option to lift the hips here. And as you lower them down, plant the right palm behind you, and again, go back and forth with your windshield wipers.
Does she love you better than I can? And there's a big black sky over my town.
The next time that you drop down towards the right, this time we're going to hold there. So you're going to roll right onto the right hip. I'm just adjusting so that I'm facing you and not the wall. You guys are much more fun to look at. Okay, so square the chest again. If this is good for you, stay right here. Pivoting the chest over that right knee. Go deeper, start to round forward.
And I'm right over here. Why can't you see me? And I'm giving it my
Again, if you want to maintain that full shoulder stretch, thread the left arm underneath you this time. Lower down.
I keep dancing on my own. I just wanna dance all night. I'm all messed up, I'm so out.
Then you can press into the mat with your right palm or forearm. Open up with the left arm. Reach it to the ceiling.
I'm spinning around in circles.
And the arm beneath you.
And I'm in the corner watching you.
And again, find this flow at your pace. Whatever options suits you best today.
Why can't you see me? And I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own.
As you unthread this time, come all the way up. Place the right hand behind you. Extend the left arm up. Option to include the hips as you lift. And then lower all the way down. Place the palm behind you. One more time, just a couple windshield wipers back and forth.
But you don't see me standing in. I just came to say goodbye. I'm in the corner.
And then when you're ready, just take comfortable seated position. Whatever that looks for you. And we're just going to shift the ribs from side to side. You can think that your hips are kind of moving, stretch your ribs. You can even take your hands here. Side. You can see from me the movements aren't that big. Don't feel like you need to really reach, just subtle movement. You can take it from both sides. Shoulders are soft. Okay, let's add in a little spiciness here. Okay, flip the right palm up as you shift this way. And then we'll switch. And now I'm just kind of playing with your mind a little. Nice. Okay, come from the center, create the cactus arms here. Bend at the elbows, palms are open. We're going to draw the forearms towards each other. See if you can get them to touch or as close as you can. Then open it back up and reach all the way up. Again, lower down. Draw them towards each other. Open. Reach. Let's do that one more time. Okay, this time, just walk the hands forward, round in fist.
When that moon is big and bright, it's supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in
Into
the
chest,
moonlight.
uncurl. If you're with me, switch the cross of your feet. Reach up with the right arm, bend at the elbow. Either deepen the stretch here or connect with the fingertips behind you. Whichever one is more available. And breathe.
They keep it tight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and right.
Draw that right arm across your chest. Soft shoulders.
Everybody's dancing in the moonlight.
You are ready. Left arm reaches up, bend at the elbow again. You're either here or right here.
We like a home, we never fight. Can dance and
As you release, draw the left arm across your chest.
Natural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's
As you
feeling
release,
warm
and walk the fingertips forward. Pause here for a breath or two.
Everybody's dancing.
I want you to use that last minute or so. Shut your practice however you need. Rock inwards. What does your body need? Hips, shoulders, hamstrings. Trying to stretch, that's just what you need. The rest of this song is all yours. Feel free to find yourself dancing in the sunlight. That works too.
We get it almost every night. When that moon is big and bright, it's supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight.
Okay, take a few more moments here. There is no rush. Breathe it out. And when you find yourself ready to come back to your stillness, you can make your way back onto your back on your mat, or if you want to join me seated, more than welcome. always encourage, if you're joining me seated, grab a cushion or some blankets to sit up on. I feel like there are very few of us who can sit like this with perfect ease. Usually I find myself slowly crumpling forward. I have to keep straightening up. Sitting yourself up on some blankets or a cushion if you're with me. This allows you to tilt the pelvis forward a little. And then I can sit up a little taller with more ease. I don't have to kind of be constricting my core to be here. Feel free to join me in having that cushion here if you're seated. If you're on your back, place your palms down by your sides, either up or down. Let your feet fall open. So wherever you are, just close your eyes. Take in some nice deep breaths. Allow your body to again soften and relax. Take a little scan. Notice if there are areas of tension. Just try to drop it as much as you can. You don't have to be yesterday. You don't have to be tomorrow. Right now you can just be. Your mind is like a piece of land planted with many different kinds of seeds. Joy, peace, mindfulness, understanding, and love. Seeds of craving, anger, fear, hate, and forgetfulness. These wholesome and unwholesome seeds are always there, sleeping in the soil of your mind. The quality of your life depends on the seeds you water. If you water a seed of peace in your mind, peace will grow. When the seed of anger in you is watered, you will become angry. Seeds that are watered frequently are those that will grow strong. What are you watering? Would you like to water?
Midnight night has come, and the land is dark, and the moon is the only light we see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. If the sky we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountains should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry. No, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me.
draw in a couple of deep breaths. Keep your eyes closed. Bringing in some gentle movement. You can start to bring in some deeper inhales. The attention, life-giving force, the inhales, the awakening. Not quite bedtime yet. We gotta wake ourselves up a little. Well, maybe some of you could go to bed now. And now the days are getting so long. We're all soaking up these longer days. Join me at seated when you are ready. The palms to heart center. Repeating to yourself again, what seeds are you going to cultivate today, tomorrow, and the rest of this week? I would love to hear, if you want to put in the chat or unmute yourself, I would love to hear what seed you're choosing to cultivate. Mine this week has been joy. I'm cultivating joy. That's what I need. Again, thank you so much for joining me. It's so good to see you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Namaste.